You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Labor Day for WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. And as the Labor Day weekend comes to an end, school will be back in session this week, and one area school district made the decision that students won't be required to wear masks. The Tamaqua Area School Board decided that students will have the option to wear a mask in the classroom. The board held a special meeting last Thursday and voted 5-2 for the optional masking. The board heard from parents and students who were divided on the issue. Schuylkill Immediate Director Dr. Greg Coons believes that Pennsylvania schools should comply with masking for the health and safety of students. The next regular Tamaqua Area School Board meeting is scheduled for September 14th. PA's Attorney General issued an alert about home repair scams following Hurricane Ida. AG Josh Shapiro said as residents recover from the remnants of the storm, scammers will try to take advantage of them. Shapiro tells homeowners that a home improvement contractor must provide them with a complete copy of a contract at no cost. A contractor may not demand or receive any payment before the contract is signed by the consumer either, and legitimate contractors won't send unsolicited offers. Residents are encouraged to contact their insurance companies to see what's covered and arrange for a certificate of completion with their bank. Anyone who receives a suspicious offer is being asked to call 1-800-441-2555 or email scams@attorneygeneral.gov. A Hazleton man was taken into custody after leading police on a chase Sunday morning. Police attempted to conduct a traffic stop on a Honda Odyssey minivan in the area of South Church and Buttonwood Streets for a traffic offense. The driver, identified as 27-year-old Ernesto Gabriel Lazala Rosa, failed to stop and fled at a high rate of speed. He finally stopped in the 100 block of Thirlwell Street, where he was taken into custody. He was charged with fleeing or attempting to elude police, DUI, reckless driving, and other traffic offenses. He was arraigned and released on $10,000 unsecured bail. A Wilkes-Barre man was taken into custody with only his bare essentials after leading police on a chase. An officer attempted to pull over a vehicle on Cole Street Friday morning being driven by 43-year-old David Skirp. Skirp took off and led police on a pursuit through several city streets. He eventually turned onto Empire Street, where he abandoned the vehicle and fled into a wooded area. An officer saw Skirp run into an apartment complex and followed. Skirp was found naked, hiding inside one of the apartments, and told police he fled because his license was suspended. He was arrested and charged with fleeing or attempting to elude police, possession of marijuana, and numerous traffic offenses. He was released on $25,000 unsecured bail. State police are asking for the public's help involving criminal mischief in Mcadoo. According to troopers, someone threw a rock through the front window of a residence on North Manning Street back on August 23rd. The suspect then fled the scene in an unknown direction. Anyone with information is being asked to contact state police at Frackville by calling 570-874-5300. Our Philip Kaufman met up with a local art and history expert who happens to be a friend of the station at Nescopec State Park last week to get the details on an upcoming event.
As the anniversary of the first national park approaches, one local man, John Lakuta, is hosting an event to honor another local of our area's past.
March the 1st, 2022 will be the 150th anniversary of the founding of Yellowstone, the world's first national park. And people may not know it, but the road to Yellowstone starts here in eastern Pennsylvania, and it starts here in 1829.
The man it starts with is George Catlin, a native of Luzerne County and a lawyer in Wilkes-Barre, who took up painting, originally doing portraits for higher class society, he met Native Americans from the Midwest on their way to Washington, D.C., and so he took up meeting and painting these individuals and traveling out west. And on his travels, Catlin's attention to the expansion of the U.S. into the Midwest and the hunting of bison population is captured in a quote saying,
"What a splendid contemplation it would be by some great protecting policy of our government to preserve them in their pristine beauty and wildness in a magnificent park, where the world could see them for ages to come. What a beautiful specimen for America to preserve and hold up to the view of her refined citizens and the world in a future age. A national park containing man and beast in all the wild freshness of their native beauty. I would ask no other monument to my memory than to be known as the founder of such an institution."
But that recognition was never given to Catlin, and is what brings us to the event coming our way.
Unfortunately, George Catlin never received the credit that he was due. And in the months leading up to the anniversary of the founding of Yellowstone, I have cooperated with a number of local entities, including Nescopec State Park, to do a series of paintings. The first that we are doing honoring George Catlin will be on Friday, September the 17th, beginning at 9 a.m. It's open to anyone. It's free of charge, but space is limited to 14, and I understand there's been a lot of interest.
So whether you're a connoisseur of art or a history buff, you can join this event surrounded by similar natural beauty that inspired Catlin. The event will take place at the Education Center at Nescopec State Park, and to get in contact,
for more information or to register, you can call Nescopec State Park at area code 570-403-2006, or you could go onto the computer, type in Nescopec State Park events, and that will take you right to the site where you can register.
So come and join John for this appreciation of a Luzerne native and his legacy. Reporting from Nescopec State Park with WYLN News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thank you, Phil. Penn State University is using football to help spread awareness and raise money for childhood cancer through their first annual Sack for a Cure. For every sack by Penn State this year at Beaver Stadium, Planet Fitness will donate $1,000 toward Thon and their efforts to help children and families affected by pediatric cancer. Penn State said this is something it's passionate about, so creating this partnership was a no-brainer. According to the American Cancer Society, over 10,000 children will be diagnosed with cancer in 2021 across the U.S. The Nittany Lions' next game is this Saturday, September 11th against Ball State, but you don't need to be at the game to support the cause, so head to thon.org for more information. President Joe Biden will visit all 3 memorial sites with First Lady Jill Biden to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. The president will pay his respects to the nearly 3,000 people killed that day by visiting Ground Zero in New York City, the Pentagon, and the memorial outside Shanksville, PA, where United Flight 93 was forced down. The White House said that Vice President Kamala Harris will travel with her spouse, Doug Emhoff, to Shanksville for a separate event before joining the president at the Pentagon. Saturday's anniversary falls less than 2 weeks after the United States withdrew forces from its nearly 2-decade-long occupation in Afghanistan. Coming up on WYLN News, highlights from Friday night's Bulldog-Comets matchup, plus the Labor Day recap in the world of sports. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Melania, and I'm 3 years old, and today is going to be sunny out.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. The Game of the Week on WYLN TV is sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. We've got 3 locations now. We have 2 locations over on Airport Road with a huge selection of used cars, over 220 used cars on the ground. And at our Mazda location on Airport Road, we got a bunch of pre-owned cars.
They're all clean and ready to go.
So with over 200 cars on the ground in the Greater Hazleton area and over 2,000 online at blazealexander.com, make sure when you're in the market, you check us out and find out where we have the cars to take the deals those other guys don't.
With season coverage comes Game of the Week highlights, and our Rhino Sachi has the recap from Friday night's Bulldog Comets matchup.
Friday night, WYLN brought you Week 2 of our live high school football Game of the Week as the Crestwood Comets traveled to Berwick to take on the Berwick Bulldogs. Crestwood got on the board first with just under 9 minutes left in the second quarter on a bad snap that led to a safety to take a 2-0 lead.
And over the head of Knorr, it is going to be a safety. Our first score of the night comes on special teams. Crestwood takes the 2-0 advantage.
But Berwick did not let that mistake affect them, as next possession, Spencer Kishbaugh and the Dogs would answer right back with a pick 6 to make the score 7-2.
Dennis's pass tipped and intercepted. Heading down the sidelines all the way is Kishbaugh for a 2 Italian guys. Berwick defensive touchdown.
Halfway into the third quarter, the score remained the same as Berwick was in the lead 7-2, and that lead would be increased as Aiden Mason would rush into the end zone to give Berwick a 14-2 edge.
It'll be Mason. And he's into the end zone for a 2 Italian guys pizzeria. Bulldog touchdown.
Early in the fourth quarter, Crestwood showed off their transitional defense as well on a fumble recovery by Brendan Dennis that led to a 41-yard touchdown to make the score 14-9 Berwick.
And Dennis met him. First loose football. Dennis picks it up. He's going down the sideline for a 2 Italian guys pizzeria. Crestwood fumble return for touchdown. I'll say about 41 yards on the return for Crestwood.
With 3.5 minutes left in the game on a 4th and 7, Crestwood was on the 34-yard line when Berwick's Dre Wilk would make a huge interception to hold their lead. Crestwood would force Berwick to punt though, giving them one more chance to get into the end zone with under a minute left in the game. But Berwick's defense stood tall and stopped the Comets on downs as the Bulldogs would go on to win the game with a final score of 14-9. Reporting for WYLN Sports, I'm Ryan Osachi.
Thank you, Ryan. And our WYLN Sports crew is already gearing up to bring you game number 3 of the 2021 high school football season. We kick off with some live Bulldog Cougar action this Friday, September 10th, when Hazleton makes their way down to Crispin Memorial to face Berwick. Tune in for your Friday night fill of Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and our WYLN Sports crew, bringing you the event, not just the highlights. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. No plans Friday night? No problem. Got some? Well, cancel them. Instead, tune in for your weekly dose of Friday night football and all the live local action right here on WYLN TV. WYLN's all-time OTC hero Marty Burns has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. So, let's talk sports.
Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by Blaze Alexander Family Dealership Hazleton. It is Labor Day, winding down, and hoping everybody is enjoying their Labor Day holiday. And what a great time of year if you're a sports fan. Starting on the national level, the National Football League will be here in just a few short days, kicking off the regular season. Major League Baseball is getting their push to October before their postseason begins. Pretty soon, the NBA and NHL will be having training camps as they get ready for October starts. If you're a golf fan, the Ryder Cup that everybody loves is coming up this month. We're already a week in if you're a tennis fan for the U.S. Open. So much on a national level this time of year here in September, while the weather's still nice, even though they say unofficially summer has come to a close today. And then on a local level, the high schools are back at it, getting kids back in school, and their sports programs getting at it. We've had a couple of weeks of high school football already, and their other sports are starting to kick into high gear between golf, cross country, tennis, field hockey, soccer. So much to enjoy. Get out, support some of these local athletes throughout your varying area, and as always, enjoy this great time of sports. If you're a big sports fan, enjoy it, and nothing can match how exciting sports can be here in September in so many aspects. And we're going to send it back to Julia.
Thanks, Marty. Coming up on Kidder's News Choice, we've got canines and cannabis in Community and You, plus who's leading the way this week. Stay with us and find out.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. Join us every week as I'll be joined by head coach Dennis Bookman as we go over past Hazleton area opponents, we'll look ahead to a future opponent, and have a guest from the Cougar football program. That's all this season on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. We are at the beautiful City View Park, and we are here with Michelle Rose from the Mannered Mutts Dog Training. Correct. And we're talking about an event coming your way, an event that is for the people and the pups. So why don't we talk about, start off with this event that's going to be coming up here.
Yeah, thanks a lot. The event is called Canines and Cannabis. It's going to be October 17th from 12 to 4 right up here at the City View Park. We're hoping to get a bunch of dog lovers, humans as well out here. Dogs are welcome. We're hoping to have a bunch of vendors. We want everybody to come out. It's going to be a big educational event for the city, for everywhere.
And so canines and cannabis, that's an interesting topic that we hear. Can we talk a little bit about that? Just addressing to the folks kind of what they're going to experience coming up here and what they can find.
Gotcha. We're actually teaming up with Beyond Hello. They're actually going to help us sponsor this. They're going to be here on hand to talk about CBD oil and the importance of that with yourself and with your dogs as well. Also proper storage. If you do use medical marijuana, a proper way to store it so it doesn't hurt your pups. But it's definitely an educational event. We are not doing anything illegal or questionable. It is a little edgy, but we want to educate people and just kind of get the word out there about the importance of CBD oil, where to find it, where to buy it, how it works, and stuff.
And the concept behind this, how did this all come together and get planned to be here at City View Park, especially with the dog park? It's a perfect choice. Yeah. So how did this all come together?
I was here with Awesome Paws. There was actually a really great event up here. The Chamber of Commerce had it. I met Victoria from Beyond Hello. We're both turned out to be dog lovers, and we said, why don't we combine what we love? And that's exactly what we did. And we thought this would be the perfect backdrop for it, because I think I've been a dog trainer now for 20 years, and education is so important. So it's also to importance of dog training and exercise, and how to get those pups helps who need it. Yeah. You know what I mean? If they're kind of struggling with pain, anxiety, anything like that, we can help with the CBD oil. And her superiors, they also jumped on the bandwagon. We're all really super excited about this.
And some entertainment's going to be at the event. Some vendors. Can you give a little preview of what we could find?
Yeah, we have a few vendors lined up. We have Farmhouse Values. They sell all kinds of soaps for you and for your dog, treats, laundry detergent. It's all natural. Monarch Dragon Jewelry is going to be there. She sells amazing jewelry. That's all handmade. Also stuff for your pets too. Richard Green Productions is going to be here. They're a DJ. They actually donated their time so we can do our talks and whatnot on the stage, and he'll have music in between everything. We're trying to get a petting zoo. We're hoping to do that. So we have a lot of stuff in the works, but we need vendors still. We want to fill all our spots, hopefully. So if anybody wants to be a vendor, they can contact us.
And that contact information for anybody interested in being a vendor, at least.
Yeah, they can look me up. It's 484-306-DOGS. They can call me. They can like my Facebook page. They can contact Awesome Paws as well, and they can get you the proper forms that you need to fill out and go from there.
And anybody just interested in the event, same kind of contact information? Is there any special page to look for, anything like that?
They can look on the Manor and Mutts page. The event's posted there. It is on Facebook. Everything's on Facebook. But yeah, and if anybody has any questions, they can call or contact me.
And one last shout out to the audience watching right now, reasons they should come to this event and just kind of the importance of it.
If you are having issues with your dog, or you just love your dog and you just want to come out and enjoy the day, let's pray for good weather. But we just want to encourage people to come out, learn about the importance of exercise training, CBD oil, and just have a good time. Just bring your pooch, your family, kids, everybody, and let's just come out and have a good time and enjoy this beautiful park.
You heard it here first, folks. Come out to this beautiful park. It's a great event, a great cause, a lot of education, and a lot of things to address, and it's going to be a great time. So thank you for talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, folks, for joining us here on Community and You on Wyln.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Lauren Sacco is leading the way again to kick off this week's series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leading the Way, where we explore the backstories of those paving NEPA toward a better future. This week, we are joined by Hazleton City Councilwoman Lauren Sacco. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Lauren, for this segment, we are going to rewind to the start. Tell us about growing up, what you did as a kid, what your aspirations were.
Okay, sure. So, I used to be Lauren Vito. I'm the daughter of Frank and Debbie Vito. We've been born and raised, all of us here locally. I grew up right down the street on 5th and Mongees, so it's not a far hike. I'm the oldest of 5. All of which are born and raised here, and we all live throughout the Hazleton community. Growing up, I spent a lot of my time behind the counter at Frankie's Pizzeria. Most people recognize me with my red Frankie shirt on and my hair up and a pen in my hair, giving me your lunch order. Most recently, growing up through the years, I've become more involved with our landscaping side as well, Vito's Lawn Care, and the most recent part is with my husband at Sacco Chiropractic. So my aspirations when I was young, I've always been more of a leader than a follower. When my husband and I decided to leave the area but then relocate back here about 7 years now, because I'm married 7, so it's about that, and Avery is 2. When we decided to come back this way, I wanted to get more involved because I choose to see the good. Is there issues in this community? Yes. Are there issues like everybody else? Absolutely. But I have always chosen to see the glass half full. And I feel the different things that my family and I bring to the community bring a positive outlook, but a realistic outlook as well. I'm on both sides of the coin. I live here, I reside here, I'm raising a 2-year-old little girl here, and on the flip side, we're growing our businesses here. So for us to have a good future, Hazleton has to have a solid foundation.
All right, well said. All right, everyone, check back tomorrow night as Lauren continues leading the way into part 2 of this week's segment. Good night. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.